Hello everyone. This is going to be just a quick, hopefully one take video, even though we're on take 2 now, of just a quick update to the Spin Cycle Studio, which you can kind of see behind me. It's perpetually messy, but I've done some upgrades to it, and several years ago, V Westlife and Wilkes85 both said that they'd like to see Weasel's equipment. So this video will take care of that and showcase this baby. So let's just get this over here. That right there is an Arrakis ARC10 board. When I got it, I called it ARC10, but according to Arrakis website and their promo videos, it's pronounced ARC10. But this is an actual radio station board. You can see I've got my channels labeled. You know, CD number 1, the Sony, the Onkyo, or as it's been dubbed, the Wonkyo. I've got a CD changer that needs to come out because it's got problems. And then this is just so I can listen to stuff on the computer. I don't actually put anything from the computer into the feed during the show, or at least from my streaming computer. So if it's kind of thing, if I need to add something else, one of these two will be the first to go. And then my turntable, the cassette deck, and then the laptop I use for playing digital files. And this has a phone interface, and I actually had that hooked up to a computer for Skype, but that computer has since died, and I haven't gotten a replacement in yet. However, one computer I have replaced is, you can just see down there, that tower, that is an upgraded stream encoder. I actually built that for the original customer, and they weren't using it anymore, so it was either I take it or it goes to the recycler. So that's a 2600 i7 with 16 gigs of RAM, solid state drive, 1 terabyte mechanical drive for storage, some kind of video card, but I can't remember what kind, because the video card escapes me. But anyway, this Arrakis board, there's a bit of a story behind it. So anyway, the Arrakis board. You know that big ham fest that UXW Bill's talking about? Well, 2018 and 2019, I actually made the trip up there. Actually carpooled with Kirby Crazy and went up there for that ham fest. For those of you who don't know, I have a ham radio license now. Have for quite a while. But at the first ham fest I went to in 2018, this was there. It ostensibly worked. However, and all of us playing with it in one of the hotel rooms that night, because each one of us who went, because there were several of us that went, because also, If You Like Good Ideas came down, Bratina 501, Nick, came down, and actually last year, Carnell Prod came down as well. But anyway, I'm digressing. We were playing with this in I think it was in my hotel room, and it became apparent, no, it didn't work. Kirby Crazy was very adamant that there was a broken trace somewhere. So fast forward to me bringing it home. I took apart and was looking at it. It was pretty dirty on the inside, and finally I tore the whole thing apart. I took the circuit board and I ran it through the dishwasher. It was, given its current state of non-functionality, I figured I couldn't hurt anything by doing so, and it made looking at the circuit board so much easier. So I jumpered several bad traces. I replaced several of these routing switches here, which, by the way, Arrakis wants $18 and change for, plus shipping. I was able to locate them on Mauser Electronics for, I checked yesterday, I want to say they're about $4 and change a piece, so much cheaper. I also replaced all the faders in this thing. I only replaced the routing switches that were bad, though. So I've got a couple that are starting to get kind of funky. So I may have to take this apart and replace those at some point, but they're working well enough now. The other thing I'm going to say real quick, the part numbers will be in the video description to this video, so if you find one of these Arrakis consoles, just Google that part number and you'll get links to Mauser, which is where I bought my parts from, DigiKey, and any one of other various sources. It wouldn't surprise me if Amazon or eBay has them, but I have not looked myself. So anyway, I just thought I'd tell you about this Arrakis, do a quick video on it. I'm not going to demonstrate it because that's not my intention for this video, and I tried on my first take to do a direct audio hookup and use a mic. For some reason the level going into the camera was highly distorted, so I'm just using the camera built-in mic because I just want to get this video done and out there. Y'all haven't seen me in a while, and I've been wanting to make this video for a while, and here in the next coming month, I want to do a video on my Hamfest 2019 big score. Those of you who were there know what that score is, and it's big. Very big. But anyway, I'm going to just do a real quick pan around the studio and just kind of show the hookup, so, and my other equipment that I'm using. So for my streaming activities, I've got this Samson R21S microphone still. This is the microphone I started the Weasel Show with. I've tried a couple other mics. I tried a eBay studio mic, which had good detail, but it was very tinny, had no bass. Megan Trainor would not approve. I tried this Electro Voice in the 257. While it does sound slightly better, these Electro Voice mics have a rubberized outer handle on here, and that outer handle had just rotted. I've got another one like this, and since this is too small, it won't fit in very well. I tried shimming it with these old Subaru spark plug boots. Finally, I just stuck that back in. I've got a video game switch box for my analog cameras. I've got a video mixer coming, but thanks to COVID, I can't go get that video mixer. But anyway, when I do, I'll talk about it. But big thanks to Kirby Crazy for spotting that video mixer on Omaha Craigslist and grabbing it for me. Alright, I digress. Back to the mixer. Keyboard right in front. Back here we've got about 1 million cables for in and out. You can see it actually has RCA connectors, which I personally think it'd be fun to hook up bare wires, but I admit this is so nice and easy. And right there, that square connector actually is USB. This Arrakis console for Channel 9 actually has a built-in USB sound card. So I just use that with my laptop that I use down here, and I'll get back to this thing real quick, but it's a pretty basic standard USB. It works fine under both Windows and Linux. We got my Dusty, because I keep forgetting to put the dust cover on, the GLI Pro SL2500. That goes through a Behringer microphono preamp, which of course feeds the phono input, because this does not have a phono preamp. Over here we got the two CD players. We got the Sony CDP311. This is my first CD player. I bought this from Best Buy in 1993, so I would have been right before I was a freshman in high school. The infamous Onkyo DX1400, which has been dubbed the Wonkyo, but come to find out, it had a CD stuck inside there that was causing playback problems. I took it apart, found that CD, took it out, cleaned the laser. It's been probably the most reliable of the two CD players. The Sony cassette deck, shout out to Bertina 501 for getting me a rebuilt mechanism for one that had broke. And then the Dell laptop. This is a Dell Studio XPS with a 1st gen i5. It currently has a 500 gig mechanical hard drive and 4 gigs of RAM. I've got a RAM upgrade coming, and I've got a SSD upstairs that I have yet to get installed in here. The aforementioned CD changer that I need to pull out of the studio. And then down here. The signal chain is, the signal comes out of the Arrakis board via XLR and into the BBE model 802 sonic maximizer. And then goes from that down here into the CRL system's TVS 3001. It comes out of that and then into the M Audio Delta 44 sound card. And the entire signal chain from here through all that, all the way into the computer, is balanced audio. And to be honest, given the short distance, probably doesn't matter that much. But it's nice to have. It'll help reject noise. So, anyway, that's just a super quick video on the equipment in the Spin Cycle Studio. Oh, I almost forgot. I've got a pair of... Yeah, I told you it's messy down there. Paradigm Atom speakers, which are sounding like they need some refoam. That's driven... Okay, I bumped the button on the camera. Anyway, those speakers are driven off the monitor output. It's pretty handy. You can hear the program output straight from the mixer, or you can hear from the... as it goes through the chain and then back into the board, which is kind of handy to have. So I can hear the processed audio, or I can hear the direct audio. This is how I usually listen to it. That way my meters are more accurate. But the monitor speakers are just driven by that little Lapai 2020 amplifier. So anyway, I don't really have anything special to say other than thank you for watching. And don't like, don't comment, and don't freaking subscribe unless you feel the need to do so. You're my viewer, you have a functioning brain, and you can decide whether or not you want to or not. Anyway, thanks everybody for watching, and again, all that information about part numbers will be in the video description.